You guys see that down there? That is a Cargoglide 1500 XL, and it's going right here in the back of the Suburban. What's up, guys? Welcome to Merricks Garage. I got some Burb updates for you. The Suburban is about to come back in the shop. The Blazer is out. It's time to start tearing it down, dropping that Cummins 1-tons and Tremec into it. But before I do that, I have some upgrades to the interior that we're gonna do. The Suburban is a massive, massive vehicle and has tons of room inside. And that's what I'm hoping to take advantage of with the Cargoglide. I want to be able to carry as much as I physically can fit in here. And having the Cargoglide will allow me to do that and then slide it in and out. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Let's start throwing this thing in. Here's the underside of the Cargoglide. This thing is not lightweight, but that's okay. I'm gonna try not to die when I put it in. But let's get it installed in the back of the Burb. This is gonna be fantastic. Yeah, look at all that usable space. I have this giant space in the back. I think it's like 8 feet deep that right now isn't that usable because you have to shove everything in there, and I want to take advantage of that space. And so I've partnered with a company called Cargoglide. Cargoglide makes just gnarly, heavy-duty slide-out trays that basically go into the back of the Suburban or a pickup truck or whatever. They make tons of different kinds. And the whole floor slides out. So I'm gonna have great access to everything that I can fit in the back. And the best part is it can hold about 3/4 of a ton at full 100% extension. If you've spent any time on my channel, you will have realized that I have an undying love for the square bodies. I particularly love the Blazers. I've had one since high school. I love the K30s, K10s, 20s. I love the Suburbans. I just think the square body platform is a great platform. Parts are plentiful, they're easy to work on, they're rugged, they're dependable, they're reliable, and they're fairly inexpensive. So if you have an undying love for trucks and square bodies, make sure to give me a subscribe, a like, give the click down below to that bell so you get notified of all the videos that I update. When I was building my K5 Blazer, I started obviously looking around for another project because, you know, one is never good enough. And I had my eye set on a K30. I grew up with the K30 being like the pinnacle of pickup trucks. And I really, really wanted one to have the big truck bed capacity, have the 1-ton frame and 1-ton axles was just a killer deal for me. But then I remembered that I have a family and 3 kids. And getting a single cab would probably not be a good move for my marriage. So I started branching out and looking at other squares, and of course the Squarebody Suburban checked all the boxes I was trying to accomplish. Room for carrying all my junk, room for carrying all my family, the square body rugged good looks, massive size, and a ton of parts that I could interchange with the Blazer. So the wheels were set in motion and I started looking for a square body Suburban. I found this beautiful example down in the Inland Empire and brought it back up to Santa Barbara. I've been slowly working on it. I kicked around a bunch of different ideas on how I was going to fully utilize all the space I have. I built a rack system for the Blazer. I'll link up here to that drawer system that you guys have seen. That worked well for me for a long time, but just wasn't going to be practical and functional inside this. When I was at SEMA, I saw the Cargoglide for the first time and I was sold. A platform that extends out, basically doubling the capacity that you're gonna have because you can now access everything in the back. It's got a hard deck on it. It's steel construction. It rolls on really nice high quality bearings. It's fixated to the floor of the bed, not in a massively intrusive way. And it basically turns my truck or my Suburban into a pickup truck. I can't speak highly enough about this thing. It really is a game changer for the practical usability of the Suburban. Being able to haul an axle or an engine block or transmission easily is going to be massive. I plan on having the Suburban being my work truck when it's done with the diesel in it. It's going to carry everything I need. I've got raw steel for the brackets I'm producing. I've got all my tools and parts in here right now, and everything just rolls and closes very nicely. So how does it mount into the Suburban? Very easily, actually. Cargoglide has done a great job of making sure that the hardware is easy to use. It comes with these anchor bolts that you drill a hole through the floor, you insert these on the other side, and then cinch them up using a special tool that comes with the kit, and it sucks the bottom nut up to the floor, giving you a really strong anchor point. The biggest challenge in installing this was getting it in the vehicle by myself. And then I wanted to make sure that all of the bolt holes were perfectly centered and that the bracket, the Cargoglide itself, was centered. So I wouldn't have any issues of it being, closer to one side and things like that. So I did drill, measure, bolt down and unbolt and measure again a multitude of times to make sure that everything was centered on top of the channel on the bed, so I wasn't going off center or cockeyed or anything. All in all, I would say it probably took me about 2 hours to install. Very straightforward, very clean install. There's only 6 holes in the floor should I ever want to remove this thing. Once again, Cargoglide. You guys should check this thing out. It has dramatically improved the function and usability of my truck. Couple of the questions I anticipate. Does it rattle? Not that I've noticed. There is some play between the bearings and the rails, but not enough that it makes any significant noise when you're driving with it in there. I don't notice the weight, but I do notice how awesome it is. So make sure to go check out cargoglide.com if you were looking for any sort of load carrying tray or system or shelf or solution. They have a whole selection of really clever carrying solutions and ideas. On another note, the K30 Blazer is out of the shop, meaning that the K30 Burb can go back in. So I'm going to be dropping the Cummins, the Tremec, the 1-tons, everything underneath this guy and making it into a killer, truly 1-ton diesel pig. If you are not a subscriber, why not? It doesn't cost anything that I know of, and you get to see all of the videos when I release them straight away. Especially if you click that bell thing, you get notified, and you can come be one of the first people, and you can say, hey, I'm the 108th viewer, and I will go, good job, way to be here. If you are looking for a little bit more, go check out my Patreon page. It is patreon.com/merricksgarage. And if you can throw some support my way to help me keep the lights on and keep making this content for you guys, it would be greatly appreciated. If you have not seen my playlist on the Burb, go check it out. I think it's up there. Or one of these corners, I'll put some videos that will catch you up with what has been going on with the Burb, why I chose it, what my big plans are, and how awesome it's going to be. Thank you guys for checking this video out. I hope it was enjoyable. We'll see you soon. Merricks Garage.